First, welcome to this video on the ruthless math of your first car and why independence does not require debt. Today we will quantify recurring costs, compare alternatives, and show a practical cash-first plan so you keep your freedom without taking on a loan. Before we dive in, a quick disclaimer. This video is for educational purposes only and is not financial, legal, or insurance advice. Next, please consider your personal circumstances and local regulations, obtain multiple quotes, and consult a qualified professional if needed before making any financial commitments. Now, here is the roadmap for today. We will cover why loans can sink young budgets, break down the recurring costs that actually matter, explain the insurance reality for drivers under 25, evaluate practical alternatives, present a cash-only car strategy, and finish with quick quizzes to cement the ideas. First, let's acknowledge the situation. You have your first apartment and a functioning budget, and the urge to buy a car to run errands is strong. However, the reality is that recurring costs can quickly overwhelm even a disciplined budget if you add a car loan on top. Next, let's examine the recurring costs that matter. Under 25, insurance premiums are typically high and often become the main budget killer. On top of that, add gas, registration, maintenance, repairs, and parking or occasional tickets. Even a modest loan payment can anchor your cash flow. To make this concrete, consider a simple example. $300 for the loan, $180 for insurance, $120 for gas, $60 for maintenance, $20 for registration, $30 for parking or tickets, and $40 for average repairs. That totals roughly $750 per month. Ask yourself whether your rent, emergency fund, and savings goals can withstand an additional $600 to $900 monthly. Meanwhile, this table compares typical monthly costs for car ownership, an e-bike, rideshare at approximately 6 trips per week, and grocery delivery 4 times per month. Car ownership tends to land between $650 and $900 per month when you include all recurring costs. An e-bike can often be under $130 per month, including occasional accessories or theft insurance. Rideshare for light errands may cost roughly $120 to $240 per month, depending on pricing in your city. Grocery delivery can be $40 to $100 depending on fees and tips. These comparisons highlight how alternatives can be materially cheaper than full car ownership. Transitioning to decisions, this flowchart helps you assess whether you should get a car. It starts with asking if you truly need a car. If you drive 5 or more days weekly and have no safe alternatives, it checks whether you have at least an $800 monthly buffer for total car costs. If you do not have that buffer, the guidance is to delay and save cash. If you do have safe alternatives such as an e-bike, rideshare, or delivery, it recommends using those now. If a car is non-negotiable for your situation, the chart still recommends saving and purchasing in cash. Additionally, it includes a checkpoint for whether you have a 3 to 6 month emergency fund. If not, it advises building that fund first. Next, let's compare a loan-funded car to debt-free alternatives. On the loan side, the upfront feels easy, but the payments persist for years, and when combined with high insurance and interest, the total burden compounds. Depreciation also reduces the vehicle's value rapidly. These factors can break your budget during emergencies and reduce flexibility to move or change jobs. On the alternative side, purchasing in cash when ready avoids a monthly anchor. Insurance can be reduced by choosing a cheaper vehicle. Alternatives, like rideshare or delivery, scale with usage so you only pay when you use them. This frees more savings for goals like an emergency fund or investments, and preserves the freedom to adapt without being tied to a loan. Now here is a practical save and buy-in cash plan. First, set a realistic target focused on a reliable used car in the $3,000 to $6,000 range. Second, open a dedicated high-yield savings account for the car fund. Third, automate transfers of approximately $250 to $500 per month. Fourth, during the saving period, minimize driving needs by using an e-bike, rideshare, or delivery. Fifth, when you are ready, vet any candidate vehicle with a pre-purchase inspection from a trusted mechanic. Sixth, prefer simple, older, well-maintained models with inexpensive parts and tires. Seventh, after purchase, continue budgeting for insurance, registration, and a maintenance reserve. Finally, build or maintain a 3 to 6 month emergency fund before or alongside your car fund. Additionally, Consider alternatives that match your true usage patterns rather than your ego. E-bikes, rideshare, and delivery can be combined to handle most errands at a fraction of the monthly cost of a car, especially for short trips in urban areas. Moreover, here are practical options. Use an e-bike with a cargo rack for groceries. Use a heavy-duty pushcart for laundry and short market trips. Reserve rideshare for rainy days or longer distances. Use grocery delivery 2 to 4 times per month for heavy or bulk items. Track your monthly errand miles. Price per trip rideshare against the full cost of gas and parking. And compare the one-time e-bike purchase to 1 month of car ownership. The result is that you pay only when you use transportation and keep more cash flowing to your savings. Quick quiz. For many drivers under 25, which recurring cost most often wrecks the budget? Is it gas, insurance, registration, or maintenance? You may pause the video now to think about the answer. We will discuss the answer in the next section of the video. The correct answer is insurance. For under 25 drivers, insurance premiums are frequently the largest monthly burden and can derail a careful budget. Next quiz. If you need financing to buy a car, what does that indicate according to the strategy we discussed? You may pause the video now to think about the answer. We will discuss the answer in the next section of the video. The correct answer is that you cannot afford it yet. If financing is required, the recommendation is to delay the purchase, continue saving, and buy in cash when ready. To make the plan concrete, this Gantt timeline shows a 6-month path. In month 1, open a high-yield savings account. From months 1 through 6, automate monthly transfers of $300 to $500. During months 1 and 2, test alternatives such as rideshare and an e-bike. And in month 4, begin shortlisting car candidates. In month 5, schedule pre-purchase inspections. In month 6, buy in cash and immediately begin building a post-purchase maintenance fund. In summary, remember these key points. Recurring costs matter more than the sticker price. Under 25 insurance is typically the major budget killer. For light errands, alternatives are much cheaper. If owning is unavoidable, save and buy in cash. Ultimately, freedom from debt is more valuable than freedom of the road. Finally, to wrap up, audit your monthly budget to determine your real capacity. Next, price local alternatives and compare against a realistic monthly total for ownership. If a car remains necessary, set a clear cash target and timeline. Safeguard your emergency fund before taking on any vehicle risk. Commit to debt-free independence so your future self benefits from financial flexibility. Thank you for watching. If this was helpful, please like the video, share it with a friend, and subscribe for more content. In a creative spirit, tell us in the comments whether you plan to use alternatives, wait for a cash car, or were considering a loan. We look forward to hearing your thoughts.